What's up, guys? Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Today I would like to discuss risk and reward in crypto, because a lot of people like to chase the pumps and they like to get into projects that can do 100x. And although that's definitely possible in crypto to happen, the same people are not prepared to the fact that they lose their money and they get angry at anybody, you know, at the project itself, at the market, at the governance, at the influencers talking about these coins, at everybody except themselves, for the fact that they also can lose a lot of money with these projects. So I really would like to say that maybe the video comes in a little too late, but it's better to have the knowledge than not have the knowledge. What I would like to discuss is I want to compare some altcoins. I want to compare some really hard bleeders compared to altcoins that did very well. And I want to, you know, take a look like where is that coming from and what's best to hold in a specific market, right? Because a lot of people saying, yeah, you should not buy Bitcoin. There's no reward, so it's boring. And I would like to get that out of the way first, because if you look what Bitcoin is the safest asset in crypto. That we can all agree on, of course, I hope. And the rewards are definitely not bad when you look at Bitcoin. If you look at previous cycles, for example, this cycle from the bottom of the bear market, it was not even the bottom exactly, from the bottom of this bear market to the top of this wick was already 130%, sorry, that was a lot, 13,000%. That's 130x, give or take, right? And that was not even really a full cycle, because after that we got another pump of 1,800%. That's a lot. That's 20xing your money with the safest crypto asset out there. Why in the world would you choose to not do that, right? Now, if we look, for example, at the cycle after that, if we take it from the bottom to the top, Bitcoin 12,000%. So that's 120x again. Like, Bitcoin can absolutely do some good stuff, right? If we take it, the last cycle was definitely less, but even then, from the bottom to the top, 23, 24x. Right, so Bitcoin is, and I'm not saying be a Bitcoin maximalist, but this is just the best example of a project with low risk and high return. Okay, now of course the projects with lower risk have lower return as well. So it really depends on what you like in this market. If you feel like I have money that I can definitely miss and I won't be mad at it if I lose it, then you can absolutely put that money into something very speculative, low liquidity, high risk, so you can actually make 100x, right? But if you feel like, okay, I have 10k in total, and off of that I'm willing to lose, for example, 1k, then you can also put it like that, right? Put your 1k in these speculative coins, because the speculative coins can 100x. If you 100x your $1,000, then you have 100k out of your 10k anyway, right? So that's the risk reward you need to adjust for yourself, okay? Because you don't want to lose all your money. That's basically what it is. You are in crypto to make money, right? And if you feel like, yeah, I don't care, it's just a rush that I'm getting in the adrenaline and well, whatever. But let's look at some things that can go the other way around as well, and that's looking a little less good, because there are some coins in this crypto space that have crashed completely hard. Now I would like to show you why they crashed so hard compared to other coins, and when you should not be in these coins and when you maybe should be in these coins, right? Because these coins, they can make you a lot of money, and they did make people a lot of money, but people lost most money as well with these. Now, one example, for example, is Hex, right? A lot of people, they do like Hex, and they feel like, yeah, this is going to be it. It could, I don't know, I'm personally not a fan of it, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people do like it, right? And the community is crazy, right? So it's a good example. Now, the thing with Hex is, it came out and it did absolutely crazy, right? If you then the counter argument is always like, yeah, look what it did from here to here. Yeah, but did you actually buy it here and sold it here? No, man, that's not what happens, right? But we can take that the other way around as well. Yes, Hex had a very insane pump. But the problem is that after such a pump, the dump is always harder, especially if you keep in consideration what the other reason is for Hex to dump that hard, right? If we look at the chart for Hex, a lot of crypto projects, they went down a lot in this bear market. Like, for example, like Bitcoin, right? It went down from the top to the exact bottom so far. It went down 77%, right? And there are people that say like Hex is better than Bitcoin. Well, I can already tell you that it's not, right? Because yes, it pumped harder in the first place, right? But it also dumped way harder. If you have put $1,000, like let's take it from top to bottom with some projects, right? If you would have put $1,000 into Bitcoin at the top, right, what would you have at the bottom? Well, 77.74%, right? So if you have $1,000 minus 77.74%, then you would have turned your $1,000 into $222. Well, you know, in a bear market, losing that amount of your money, if you buy the top and if you somehow, for some reason, also sold the bottom, it's not that bad. It's definitely not that bad. That could be way worse, and I'm going to show you. So Bitcoin, and that especially, of course, goes for bear markets, right? And I showed you a video before. It's best to be in Bitcoin, if not dollars, but if you want to be in crypto, be in Bitcoin, otherwise Ethereum. These are the ones, and there are some altcoins I will show you. These were very strong in the bear market compared to other crypto assets. Now, like people say, like, yeah, but in the bull market, they don't do a lot. Well, I just showed you Bitcoin's crazy in the bull market, so don't underestimate it. Don't underestimate it. But now if we take a look, for example, at Hex, what it did, like it went from the top to the bottom, 97.42%, right? 97.42%. So if you put $1,000, if you would have put $1,000 into Hex, you would have, you went all the way down to 25, right? That's bad. That's bad, right? $25. That's terrible. So I don't know what this is, but this probably is something you can order for $25 so you can cut your wrist or something like that. Sorry, but $25. So it shows that in a bear market, you do not want to be in such a project, right? And I know we're now getting out of the bear market, so I will change my point later in this video. But another type of this project is, for example, Xen. I made a video about Xen. And I said, like, you know, you can mint it for free. It has no utility. Why in the fuck would you buy this? Right? That's my video. Now, of course, the timing on the video was pretty horrible because I made that video exactly at the bottom. But it's also because later, apparently, I don't know what exactly, but they changed the tokenomics and there's adding some use cases or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. But yes, of course, if the project changes, then the price can change with it, right? So it now pumped. And it looks like, wow, an insane pump. Did like a 5x. Is it that good? Is it that good? I don't know. Let me show you this. Like, for example, Xen, from the top, at least from the moment this chart goes, right, to the bottom, it went down 99.94%. To put it in perspective with this one as well, 99.94%. So if you put $1,000 in this coin at the top, you ended up with 60 cents, aka your $1,000 was completely gone. right? So people are now bragging with Xen, for example, about a 5x. Well, yeah, congratulations. Your $1,000 is now worth $3, right? It's not like that's with these projects. It looks like a lot. It looks like a very strong pump and all of that. But you must not forget, the harder the reason that I make this video is not because I want to talk shit about these projects. These are just 2 examples of projects that fell very hard. There are a lot more. But the problem is, now that people are looking at such a chart and they feel like, wow, it pumps so hard, maybe I should buy it, right? Right at resistance, by the way. But the problem is, the only reason it bounced so hard is because it came down so hard as well. So then the bounce is, of course, harder because the market cap was shit right there. So it did not take a lot of money to pump the project pretty hard, right? And that's the thing. In a bull market, you know, you can look at these kind of projects, and don't get me wrong, the market is looking better, but I'm not calling it a bull market yet, right? Let's talk about that in a year. But in a bull market, these projects can do very well. But what you want to do is not be in such a project in a bear market, because you'll see that the bear market was starting November 21, right? And this chart only goes back since October 2022. So basically, this chart already skipped the whole bear market and completely took all of your money anyway. Right, so this is really the worst example you can show, right? So got a lot of shit on this video. Like, oh, look what it's doing right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This was still the worst project you could ever been in, unless, of course, you bought the exact bottom. But how high is the chance that of this complete downtrend you buy the exact bottom? And if you did, congratulations. But I won't risk my money on that, right? So the thing with it is that don't be in such a project in a bear market, and in a bull market, look at the money like, okay, this money, I'm willing to lose that, and then put it in. Because can Xen do 100x in a bull market? Well, from this price, maybe not. But if it goes down a little bit more, well, I don't know, and if the project still survives, and if it's adding use cases and all of that, and if the hype is really there by that time, then it maybe could. Right? But now it's stupid. Now it's stupid because, you know, the people went completely bankrupt because of this. Right? Even if you bought here, doesn't matter. You were still down way more than you would have been down if you bought Bitcoin from the top to the bottom in every single cycle with the same amount of money. Right? That's what you could have lost in half a cycle with this one single asset. Right? So it's terrible. My point is, don't be in shitcoins. In the bear market, and in the bull market, it's completely different. So, and what do I mean by that? Well, like for example, Xen or Hex, these projects fall extra hard because in a bear market, people don't feel confident about crypto. They take their money out. They want to get their money safe. They maybe put it into Bitcoin or in dollars or whatever, but they don't want to put it into Xen or Hex or whatever, right? With you know, if there are no use cases, there's nothing to back the project up if it falls, right? There's only the community. But the community is not so strong in a bear market, right? The community is freaking fuck out. So that's already going away, right? So then you have to have it from your use cases. Well, like these projects don't have those. Right, so that's also not backing it up. So therefore, the project, like you saw, is in a complete free fall, right? And it's completely wrecking you, right? And that's not the point where you want to get in. Then you just want to wait for, okay, well, let's wait for the bear market to be over. Let's wait to see what crypto is going to do, what the project is going to do. And by the time the market really recovers, let's see if the project is still around and if it's still worth it, and then maybe get in, right? If you, for example, compare it to some other projects that did very well, except for Bitcoin, there are also altcoins that did that. If you look at, well, BNB, for example, right? You see BNB, what it did, right? BNB is one of the strongest projects out there. If you look at how the BNB chart is looking, yeah, of course, it also came down, right? It also came down from the top to the bottom 73% on week basis, right? This was an hour or so. If you really take it from the top to the exact bottom, then it's more like 70%. 70% down on an altcoin, it's not bad. Bitcoin done worse, right? And that says something. So BNB is completely strong. Now, why is that? Because BNB is full of use cases and people want to have that coin, right? It's a native token of one of the biggest chains. You can use it on Binance for a lot of features, but also their launchpad, right? Everything they release is going to 500x or so. So, you know, it's always a struggle. Like, I want to participate, but I just don't have enough BNB. So this demand for BNB is incredible, right? It's incredible, and that's the reason why it's showing so much strength. And there are people saying like, yeah, BNB is going all the way down here or even here because look at how much room there is. But there's a reason that BNB is still here, right? So why should it go all the way down there? Bullshit, not gonna happen. Unless we have a Binance collapse, of course, right? But that's the thing that people are speculating about. So far, Binance has survived all the FUD, and that's crazy. Because Binance got a lot of FUD in this bear market. People was freaking out about it. And still, their native token was one of the strongest coins of everything out there. That says something. So it's incredible. But another example is, for example, Matic. Matic has done very well also, right? Matic has a similar chart, basically. Matic went down pretty hard in first instance. 89% was crazy. But that was also pretty short-lived. If you look at how it, you know, holding up, you know, so far from the top, it's down 60%, right? Matic is also one of the stronger coins, and it's just because their partnerships are crazy, right? My point is, if you are in a bear market, whether this bear market is going to have a next leg and is going to continue, or you just want to have this knowledge for the next bear market, which is going to come eventually, and you do not want to miss out, so you do not want to be full in cash or just Bitcoin, and you feel like, yeah, but I do want to be in some altcoins for some reason, then look at altcoins with big utility, with big partnerships, with something that people really want to have, right? Because these won't wreck you, as you see right here. Matic was one of the better coins to be in. BNB was one of the better coins to be in. You know, better than Ethereum even. Better than Bitcoin maybe, right? But don't marry like a shitcoin. Like also, if you look, for example, for Hex or Xen or whatever, these are the two that I found. It could be anything. If you bought it in the bear market and you made some fucking crazy gains in the bull market, then you really maybe love that coin, right? You might marry it and you might feel like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna sell this. This is the best. This made me so much money. Or if you were too late on it, but you just look at the price chart was going up, you feel like, oh, this is the one. Then you just see, like, yeah, but these coins, there are no use cases. There is not a lot of liquidity. There's nothing really that backs it up. So in a bull market, yes, it flies. But in a bear market, like I just showed you, it completely crashes. So you have to know that and I showed you the two extreme sides of it, right? There are the incredible fucking strong coins like BNB and Matic, right? But there's also, for example, a Chainlink, whatever, right? And I've showed you the two extreme sides on the worst case, like Xen and X. But there are also other coins, a lot of other coins that also went down a lot, right? Also went down a lot. And yeah, whatever. My point is, don't marry something. In a bull market, it can do something completely different than in a bear market. Take your profits, because there are strong coins and there are weak coins. And you want to know when to be in what. And now the market is recovering a little bit. Nice. But should you now necessarily be in those weak coins? That's a big risk that you're taking. And if you, again, are taking that risk, then take the risk with the money that you are willing to lose. Like I just showed you, you could have turned $1,000 into less than $1 if you are in the wrong coins at the wrong time, right? And that's definitely not what you want. That's definitely not what you want. If you are being in altcoins at all in the bear market, right? Then at least look at the stronger coins. And once the bull market really continues, then you can speculate and go fuck around with these shit coins and all of that. And we're gonna talk a lot about that on this channel as well, about the low caps that will blow up. And believe me, you're going to hear coins on this channel in the bull market that will do 50x or 100x. You're going to hear them here, definitely. But I'm only going to talk about them when the time is absolutely right. So I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. If you like this kind of content, like the video. Would help me a lot. Would push it into YouTube's algorithm so we can make a lot of people rich in the next bull run when they subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment down below. Don't forget to check out Bybit. You can still win an iPhone 14 if you just trade right there, link down below. And that's it for now, guys. Have a very nice day.